Hey there, it's Isaac from Powered by Rock here to bring Old Cross into the spotlight for a few minutes and make them sweat with some on-the-spot questions. And right after this, we're going to have them play a special exclusive performance that I think our listeners are really going to enjoy, and this will be for the song Rotting. So welcome, guys. Are you ready to be put in the spotlight?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, I can see the lights over there. It's like going to make you sweat. I can see it already. All right. So the first question, we'll start out easy. What's one thing you guys haven't done yet as a band that you really want to do? You know, sign a major record label, play a specific venue, travel abroad. What would you say is like the one thing you guys as a band really want to do that you haven't done yet?
I want to go to Europe or Japan.
Mm-hmm.
That is a goal that I want to make happen in the next.
Travel abroad.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Put Australia on the list because that place is fucking awesome.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got some friends over there, so maybe that's in the cards.
Yeah, I got plenty of friends over there, so maybe there's a way I can get you a couch to sleep on as well, if that ever happens.
Yeah, dude. Thanks.
I'm down.
Cool. What are some of the favorite bands you guys have had the opportunity to play with so far in the history of your guys' touring and all that stuff and just playing shows?
Ignite, Strung Out, Death by Stereo,
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Suicidal Tendencies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mercy was an awesome one. We got to play Spanish love songs.
Very cool.
Failing Up is always super fun to fucking play with. Those are quick ones off the top of my head.
So, yeah, I mean, a lot of those, the first ones were probably bands that most people have heard of. The ones that Cass just was talking about. If you haven't heard of those guys, Mercy Music, Failing Up, and what was the other one? Spanish Love Songs. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Spanish Love Songs. They're definitely awesome. So go check out those bands as well. All right. Here's a Portland-based question, since you guys are living in Portland and been there for a little while. Living in Portland, what do you guys prefer to get through all the rainy days? A lot of coffee or a lot of beer?
I work for a brewery, so for me, it's a lot of coffee in the morning and then beer continuously through the day because of how my job works, right? It's for my job.
I think
it's research.
I guess mine would be coffee. Cause I don't drink a lot, but when I'm with these guys, hell yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
No, we're a bad influence for sure.
Yeah.
They're like, "You want a beer right now? You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, give me one."
Yeah. So when I lived up in Oregon, I mean, this was just shortly after college and through college. So I was, as soon as I turned 21, I felt like I was drinking like 6 to 7 days a week. It was just like, it was just a normal thing. I'm like, that can't be normal. Like, you can't just drink every day of the week. It's impossible.
That's definitely.
But it seemed normal at the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's so many good beer companies up here too.
Yeah.
It's hard not to.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You have an excuse to drink all the time.
But I know that when I asked you guys, what did you want to drink? And we had some Montucky, you were like, I'll take Bud Light, Coors Light, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's the easiest thing to drink because it's water. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about this in the podcast, the full interview, but let's talk about it real quick. What's the next big project for the band?
I mean, probably another LP, the next record.
Yep.
We're still debating on whether or not we want to split it into an EP. We'll see. We'll listen to all the demos. We have like 25 songs written, and so we have a lot to go through. But that's the project for sure.
Yeah, and then you were talking about in the interview, it's going to be probably, if it's an LP, it'll be next year. If it's EP, maybe this year.
Yeah.
Cool. And obviously you guys are touring, so we'll just plug that in there. We'll be touring in July. So if you didn't listen to the full podcast, there will be a tour in July through some of the Western states, and then maybe cooler stuff in the fall. So make sure to check out the show notes for that. So tell me the song, obviously Rotting. Tell me the story of the song and what's the story behind it, and what was the process of recording it both for the studio and for this performance. So obviously we're kind of, it's going to be post-production, so you'll see it, not like you guys aren't just going to pick up a guitar and start playing it right now, but kind of what's the process of you putting it through the acoustic side, and what was the actual story behind the song itself?
Acoustically, I dropped the key a little bit, and it's actually pretty fun. I was just going to play it full blown, just how we play it live, but on acoustic. And then I started messing with it, and I wanted to change it up a little bit, make it a little more mellow. And the lyrics are kind of dark, so it was kind of cool with like a more happy acoustic vibe, you know?
So are you saying that the song Rotting isn't about like having a great love, romance or anything like that?
Well, you never know. It depends what your idea of love and
Yeah,
happiness.
if you're like into BDSM or something.
Yeah, it probably could. No, the song is really just about just being stale and striving for something, and then just going through loss and picking yourself up after that. And, I tend to write in like a dark comedy way. Like I don't want to go full doom and gloom. So it's like just sitting here rotting day after day, but kind of like it could be worse, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There's a little bit of obviously hope and inspiration within it too. It's
Yeah,
not just
I
like,
do that.
hey, I know this is where I'm going to die. This is how I'm going to be for the rest of my life.
Sure. Yeah.
This song is one of them that I remember specifically because it was one of the last ones we got together and wrote for Daggers, if I remember correctly. And it was one of the easiest ones that came together. Like Chris was like, well, I have this, let's work on this. And like the drums just happened naturally for me. And like the structure kind of just came together really quickly.
Yeah.
And yeah, now it's one we close with all the time. It's become a really, really fun one.
Nice.
Super fun to play.
Yeah, I remember when Cass wrote the drum part for it, Dylan and I walked into the jam space and he was playing it. And we were like, yes, that's so cool. And then you started writing your bass because the bass was just driving through the whole part. I don't know if the bridge with the toms, but and then you made your bass go along with the toms.
Oh yeah.
And then from
Yeah.
there,
Nice. Very cool. Well, I think that it's going to sound really cool. And acoustic, obviously, it's not going to have drums and bass. It's just going to be solo acoustic. But the idea here is that it's going to sound one way here, and then you can go check out the original version on Daggers LP, and you'll probably like them both, in my opinion. I know that I don't think I've heard a song from you guys yet that I haven't liked. So if you guys are
thanks, man.
in any way inspired by liking this version, go check out Daggers, go check out the EP, and then go check out obviously all their other stuff and purchase some of their merch or a record or whatever. So guys, I want to thank you so much for stepping in the spotlight and answering these hot seat questions.
Of course.
Make sure to go to the show notes below this episode for the links to the music and watch our full podcast interview with Old Cross as well. Stay tuned as we're going to throw it right back over to the band for a world premiere exclusive performance of the song Rotting. Rock on.
Think I know what I've been waiting for. It's time for you to come back home. Where is it that I lay my head? Right in front of your gravestone. Now all the skies turn black, I'm rotting in perfection now. Can I just turn back? Calling is deep underground. Now the perfect, beautiful skies look all the same. Hardly black and white, just rotting here day after day. Our lives here are witnessed by the ones that we confide. Tried to surround myself with angels, but we're devils by design. Now all the skies turn black, I'm rotting to perfection now. Can I just turn back? Calling